surprise attack. This week's portion, special Torah reading of Parshat Zachor. This Shabbos is known as Shabbos Zachor. Shabbos to remember that which Amalek did to us. We were in great shape. We left Egypt. We had the harrowing experience of the Egyptians pursuing us. And then the waters stood, and this amazing, mind-boggling, awesome miracle of the splitting of the sea took place. We, the Jewish people, crossed safely, and then the Egyptians saw this wall of water, and they come charging in, and the waters come down, tumbling down, and then the Egyptians, the entire Egyptian army is decimated. All the nations of the world were filled with fear and trepidation, awe, respect for God, and fear. No one would dare touch, no one would dare attack a Jew. But then came this nation, Amalek, and surprise attack. They attacked us from the rear. The weak and infirm who were traveling in the back, cowardly, that's who they attacked. And to remember this attack, we have a mitzvah to remember that which Amalek did and to erase the name of Amalek. Why? What is Amalek and who is Amalek? Amalek is a nation in the world that it stands for my strength, my power. There is no other power except for me. There's no such thing as God, no such thing as God in the world. And that's Amalek. That's what they stand for. And that is the antithesis of what we Jews stand for. It's just the opposite. We Jews stand for. We believe and we know that God is involved in every aspect of our personal lives, in every aspect of the lives of the Jewish people, in every aspect of the functioning of the world at large. What happened? Why did Amalek attack us? The Torah gives a hint as to the ingredient, as to the springboard that led to the Amalekite attack. And the Torah says it in a quiet way, but actually our commentaries elaborate and explain. The Medrash explains. The Torah says, Vayovo Amalek. Amalek came, Vayilochim im Yisrael b'Refidim. They fought, they attacked the Jewish people in the place called Refidim. Now, why is it important that this place was mentioned in the Torah? And the Medrash says Refidim in Hebrew comes from the word rafu, which means weakened, loosened. And the Medrash says we had a loosening of faith, a decrease in our connection to God, a decrease in, after the dramatic miracles in Egypt and the going out of Egypt in such an amazing way, and then the splitting of the sea, we didn't hold on to it. We didn't hold on to that power of faith that became embedded in us at that time. We loosened, and we even questioned inside, on a subconscious, maybe deep subconscious level. Hayesh Hashem b'kirbeinu imayin. Is God with us? Is God close to us? Now, maybe it came as we're coming into the desert, and maybe there were moments of fear, moments of concern, moments of worry. But after all the miracles and after everything that we experienced, we should have been a bit stronger. So what happened? So the Torah says, Vayilochem im Yisrael b'Refidim. Amalek attacked us in Refidim. Refidim means we weakened, we loosened, means we loosened our connection to Hashem. So because we loosened our connection to Hashem, Amalek came and attacked us. What is the connection? The Malbim commentary explains it in such an awesome, eye-opening way. The Malbim says that because as a direct result of the fact that we questioned the presence of God, we had a weakening of our emunah, weakening of our faith, weakening of our trust. What happened is that it spilled over to the nations of the world. In other words, the nations of the world are impacted by the way we act and the way we feel. So what happened exactly according to the Malbim was that because we loosened our faith and we loosened our connection, so it impacted Amalek. And Amalek otherwise might have been, even though Amalek is a godless, a nation that feels that they're godless, that there's no God in the world, but they wouldn't have had the audacity to attack us. There would have been some element of fear, an element of concern. But that was weakened because we weakened. An amazing idea. And it's an idea that is so core and so essential for us to, as Jews, to understand that not only the way we act, but the way we feel, the way we think has an impact, spills over to the world around us. And this is classic in the Shema. We say, in the Shema, God tells us that, look, you follow my mitzvahs, then it's going to rain properly in the land of Israel. You don't follow my mitzvahs, it's not going to rain properly in the land of Israel. Not only that, but the land will expel you. What you see, this is basic in the Shema, that nature, the forces of nature, work in the world directly dependent on how we as Jews live our lives. But here we see from the Malbim that the way we think, our level of faith, our level of commitment, our level of trust is not something that's insular, but it spills over. Somehow it spills over to the nations of the world, to the world around us. So, of course, as we are about to usher in the holiday of Purim, the amazing, amazing miracle that took place, let this festival of Purim and reinstill with us, reignite, re-strengthen our commitment, our connection to Hashem, our love of Hashem, and our strong, strong faith and trust. Wishing you a beautiful Shabbos and a beautiful forthcoming Purim next week.